All right, here we go, people. We got Marge up here on day 18. Day 18, people. Let's go. How you doing today? You crushing it on day 18? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good weekend? I had a great weekend. Fantastic. I don't know if you saw some of my other videos. Hope you did. Get in there and watch them. We had a great live on Saturday where I just got it all out. I ranted about the ladies and the men, okay, and how they date. I got it all out, people, okay? So if you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's what's going on with men and women today on the dating scene. Can you believe that? Then on Sunday, we did some good pickling. I tell you, I still got more recipes to do, and I am excited to get those recipes done, man. I'm hoping that next week, when we do the pastrama, we got just tons of pickles, different kinds of pickles and whatever, lettuce and eggs and all kinds of pickle stuff, and spicy, because we like that shit spicy, don't we? Get you right there in the pucker. Anyway, so that's what I'm excited about. If you have a good pickle recipe, for the love of God, send it to me, people. God, don't make me beg, okay? I'm over here. Don't make me beg for it. Send me that pickle recipe. Let's go. All right. Then what else we got going on? So today's day 18. Check in with yourself. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Let's get the red bar clap. Everybody, red bar clap. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Well, do you have that internal locus of control? How you feeling? You got your fire stoked? You got that fire nice and stoked? Do you got that critical eye locked in the hole? And you got that, you're exercising that impulse control. Keep that in there. Now, only break them out when you're going to use them as your secret weapon, okay? Don't let him run ripshot on you, because he won't do nothing but point out everything that's wrong. And we don't need that. Ain't nobody need that negativity. You know what I'm saying? We got to be positive, creative people around here. We got to be light as a feather so that we can float on the winds of creativity onto our next idea and execute it. You got me with that? That's what we're trying to do here, okay? Obligations and shit like that just hold us down like anchors. Okay, people? You're sitting out there thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that. When people don't want none of that, right? People want that cocaine, man. They want to run a couple of lines off them double D's. Let's go, people. They want to be excited about life, and they want to be looking forward to something. They want to be looking forward to something, all right? So instead of the obligation that you think you have to do, run out there and light everybody up with your excitement, and they'll give you everything you need. It'll happen. Genuine desire is the fuel to propel your life to the next level. As long as you focus on what that genuine desire is, okay? Now, how do you get that to happen? Through your schedule. All right, so how's your schedule doing? You got your schedule locked in? Are you going where you want to go? I just talked to somebody today, John Titter. I think that's how you say his name. He's a DJ. He's trying to get back into DJing, man. And he is working his ass off. He's doing his other things too, but carving out time to do his music, okay? Now, I love some good music, right? Everybody loves music. It just electrifies you, all right? So if you got something like that that you fancying and you working on, just do it so it lights you up, okay? You got to be lit up like a Christmas tree first before it attracts other people, okay? You got to feed yourself first before you can feed other people. You got to feed your family, your loved ones, people you care about, and it has to just be about that. As the great Patrice O'Neal says, you got to be righteous. Be righteous, okay? Now, that don't have any spiritual connotation to it. That just means you are on your authentic purpose. You're following your genuine desire and your real passion. You're not putting on bullshit so that you can kiss this ass and kiss that ass, to climb this little ladder here, to be in with this little clique over there, to go ahead and try to get up there, to get somewhere where you think that you want to be when it's not. That's not what you want. Have you ever done that? I have done this, people. I have done it. Have you ever spent a number of years building, climbing this ladder, and you actually are successful? You actually get to the top of that ladder. I've done it. You've actually got to the top of the ladder. When you get to the top of the ladder, you're on top of the building, the big skyscraper that you thought you were trying to get on top of. All right? And you look around, and you look around, and everybody's saying, wow, I can't believe you made it. I can't believe you made it. And you're like, you know, you do that Robert Duvall teeth sucking. It really ain't that great up here. This really ain't the building I wanted to be on. But you know, so many people climb those ladders to get on top of those buildings, and they invest so much time, so much energy of their life, they think, well, that's it for me. I'm just going to die on top of this building. It'd be too much work. Think of all the work I put in to get here. Well, that's the wrong way to think, people. That's the wrong way to think, okay? You're thinking linearly. You know, literally? Let me just say that right. Linearly. Okay, let me say it without the accent. Let me get a little sip here. You're thinking in a linear fashion, fuckheads. Don't think in a linear fashion, okay? A linear fashion is a straight line that has a constant slope going up. So you're thinking, if I put in work, I'm going to get closer and closer and closer to my goal, to my destination. Well, that's what happens when you do something you don't want to do, okay? When you're not excited about it, all right? But when you're excited about something and you have genuine desire and passion, it doesn't operate on the linear variable, okay? It doesn't follow that path. It follows an exponential path. Whoop! You get me? Exponential. It's a completely different equation, a completely different animal, all right? The genuine desire attracts opportunities that you didn't even know, because you obviously you don't know everything, but other people get excited about what you're doing and they bring a piece of the puzzle to you. And they say, well, I don't know, I got this piece of the puzzle, you think you could use it? You're like, oh my God, that's what I've been looking for. Put it in there, put it in there, put it in there. All right? That's like something happened to me today or the other day with Professor Grass. Now, I don't know if you guys saw what Professor Grass did. All right? He took a little animation of the drawing that he did of Mersh and he made it laugh. And it was fucking amazing. I fucking loved it. So then I was like, Professor Grass, I've been having this idea. Can you help me out with this idea? And you know what? He can, he is, and he's doing it right now. So let's fucking go, Professor Grass. Now, if I can, I'll try to slip that video of Mersh laughing in here, because it was a really fun video, and it communicated the emotional excitement that I was looking for, okay? And I'm like, hey, Professor Grass, can you do this for this? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, I don't really know how to do this. And I'm like, bro, you'll learn, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that you get it. You get the emotional excitement. You get the genuine desire, and you can't teach that. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't teach it. The person either is ready for it and they open up like a lotus to accept that information and then give it back out, or they don't. You can't teach that. So people, what I'm trying to talk about is don't be in a linear path. All right? That's the cognitive path, linear, okay? You fucking, okay, I got to be in this 4 years in the college, and then 2 years in the master's, and then the 1 year at the PhD, and then I'm going to get vested in a company after 5 years, and blah, 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 right? So your time is stolen, okay? Instead, be on the exponential path, all right? Do something you're really excited about. Grow it. I'm not saying, like, let go of, like, your job or anything like that and become a stripper because you love dancing. I'm not saying that. You could, but I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is grow your excitement, grow your joy, put it out there, let other people see it and appreciate it, and then it'll start to build. It'll start to build. It'll start slowly, then it'll be more and more and more, and pretty soon it's going to hit that exponential curve, and you're going to be like, I can't believe we're already on day 18 of our 3rd month. You got me? I just started this damn journey because I was like, hey, I don't know if I could do a video every day. Let's see if I can. all right? And then it turns out I can, and I can do more. So why don't I do more? Then let me get my schedule better. Let me get my presentation better. Let me get, you know, I got a 2017 laptop that can't fucking do shit. Let me see if I can't improve on that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can't interview some cool people to like really kind of bring this information to electrify all y'all out there. Like I'm being electrified when I see these things, okay? That's what it's all, that's exponential growth. That's the curve we shooting for, people. Okay, so come on, get on the train because we're pulling out. We're about to take off like Back to the Future 3. And that train, it just starts flying. Well, where train's going to go, and then we're going to start flying. So jump on, okay? Now, we had some really, really fun comments the other day on the pickle video, and I loved it. And Patag8212 said, all the pickle stuff looks delicious. That's right. We want to make some pickles. Get Wrecked said, great vid, Ray Ray. I love this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? I do too. We're going to do more of it. So let's fucking go. All right. James, of course, he said, steer clear of those crispy pickles. James, what are you talking about, man? We want our pickles crispy. We don't want these soft pickles. Who wants a soft pickle? All right. And then we got Skeektor, if it won. He said noise. I love a good noise. All right. And then Pink O Slayer said 1 Bitcoin of tallow. That's right. Every jar of tallow is 1 Bitcoin. All right. Think about that, right? Think about that. That's for real. Okay. Tallow is a product that impacts your life for the better, people. Go get yourself some tallow. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, just start out by getting some. Okay. Find out where you can get some and use that to cook your food instead of, you know, the oil that you use. Get rid of that oil stuff, okay? Seed oil stuff. Get some of this tallow. Get some lard. Lard's fucking fire too. Let's fucking go. Let's do that, okay? Now, I'm all wound up. You're all wound up. So let's go ahead and we're running on 11 minutes. Let's go ahead and jump into this this video down here. I mean this little demo that I'm going to do down here. And what I want to do is quickly talk about the face, okay? Now, I knew this day was coming and we're here, okay? We're going to talk about the features, all right? Now, remember, this is going to be our box. This is our new box, okay? This is how we crush box, people. This is the improved box that we're doing for our head. And there's the side of the box. Well, that pin's dead. Throw that one away. Sharpie, you really need to sponsor me, okay? We got to get this done, okay? Then we got the location of the eyes. That's the eye line. Nose line. Mouth line. But now we got to figure out how to draw an eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. All right, people. The most important thing to do on an eyes, and nose, and mouth is what? It's going to be the position, and it's going to be the proportion. Okay. The specific shape does not matter all that much. Okay. That might blow your mind, but it should give you make you relax a little bit so that you can experiment with your eye shape, your nose shape, and your mouth shape. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do right here, okay? Now the eye shape starts out like this. It's very simple. It's just a box or a square that's been tilted a little bit, all right? So can you see that? It's been shifted over a little bit. And this is the eye, the simple eye shape, okay? Simple eye. All right, you got it right there, the simple shape of the eye. We got our top lash, or our top eye lid right there, our bottom eyelid right there, and then our eyeball is just a square. And all I'm trying to do is get shape, proportion, location, right? So I want to get the right proportion for the box, the right location and proportion for the eye or the square on the inside, okay? Sounds good. Now on an eye, you got a top flap that bends around the ball, which is this right here. So imagine you got a piece of bacon for the top, right? You just lay a piece of bacon over a ball, okay? Then the bottom is a piece of bacon too, okay? And it goes something like this, all right? So you got 2 pieces of bacon and you got an olive in the middle, okay? So you got a top, a ball, and a bottom. Bacon, bacon, olive, okay? So this is the bacon up here, all right? We got a olive in the middle, and then that's how it goes. So we got the bacon, top piece of bacon up here. We got the top of the eye. Got the bottom piece of bacon down here. Boom. And you got the ball right there. Then go ahead and put the pupil in there right there. So that's how you do it. That's how easy it is, okay? No big deal, all right? Now we want to make them surprised, okay? So we draw our ball. Whoop, got the ball. Let me put the top piece of bacon in there. You can barely see it. Let me put the bottom piece of bacon in there. You can barely see it. And a little pupil. Now he's shocked. He's surprised. Can you see that right there? He's surprised. Maybe put a couple eyelashes on there. Maybe a couple on the bottom. He's surprised. There's the tear duct right there. Boom, boom, boom. We're getting her done, okay? Now here's some abstract shapes. Okay? We got the box, like so. And he's looking over to the right. He's looking at this direction, okay? Right there. Then we got this one right here. Maybe he's surprised. Another type of abstract, okay? Looking that direction, okay? Then we just got a normal one, all right? You see how easy it is once you get the proportion and the location put together? It's easy peasy. Easy peasy beautiful. All right then, people, then we're going to get at the eyebrows. Eyebrows are the most expressive part of the eye. They really help. Okay, so here's an angry person, right? So we make the eyebrow just like a big check mark, like that, okay? Just like that, no problem. Looks great, okay? Then we got a surprised, okay? We're going to raise the eyebrow really high off the eye, just like that. See that? Now he's all surprised. Now we got a female. Now on a female, it's easy because all you got to do is thicken up the lashes. Just put 2 lashes in there. Don't go fucking crazy. Don't be retarded. And then just put the eye in like that. Add the check mark of the eyebrow. There you go. So we have the eye right there. Very simple. And I would encourage you to use simple shapes first. Then use the abstract shapes. Then get the real shapes. Okay? So use them in that order. Find your, right here, find your location, your proportion, your location. Then put in the simple box shape right here. Then you can improve it to the abstract shape. Now, if you want to go even further with it, you can push it more to a realistic shape of an eye by putting the top, the bottom, and all that kind of stuff on it, all right? But that's the order that we're going to do this in. We're going to keep it easy like that, all right? We make it simple, simple, simple. It's a 3-stage process. Put in the simple shape, create an abstract shape, and then if you want to go further, make the realistic shape. You got me here? Now we're going to do that with everything, okay? So we got the lips down here. Fantastic, all right? Now on the lips, it's very easy. What we want to do first is the simple shape. The simple shape is going to be 2 boxes, one on top of the other, like that. And then in the middle, boop, 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 we're just going to put the lip, little part of the lip that protrudes down. You got me right there? Boom, like that. Can you see that? So then we're going to go show you real quick. Here's the top. It's going to be boop, boop. And then we're going to use the center line to profile, to be like a profile on the lips. And imagine how they jut out, like, you know, they bulge out. Then we got the little point of the lip right there, the center of the lip. I know, it's pretty simple. You could totally do this, no problem. And then we got the bottom right there. Okay? Now that's how you want to do it, right? So then we're going to try it one more time. We got the center line along the profile, and we round it because it's going to be rounded on the top. Comes in right where the lip peaks at the bottom, and right next to the opening of the mouth. Then the bottom lip is going to go just like that. And there we go. Okay? There we go, center line. A long profile. Now make sure you write this stuff down, like when you're thinking about this, when you're trying to study this, because it helps you to remember. The act of writing helps you to remember, people. That's why kids are so stupid nowadays, because they don't write nothing. Everything they do is on a computer. That's why they're idiots, okay? They keep saying that technology's improving. Well, it's not. It's ruining people's way to think. They're making people be reliant upon these machines so they're weak and they're easily controlled. We don't want to be like that. That's why we're doing this, refining our mind in here, okay? Now we're going to use simple shapes to do some more expressions of the mouth. Now, He's going to be smiling, okay? We're going to put teeth in there. Now, imagine teeth are just like, you know, if you're watching a boxer and he's got his mouth guard in, use the teeth just like that at first, okay? Don't try to put all the damn little, you know, teeth in there like you're making some sort of corn on the cob. Just put the strip of teeth. Use it as a placeholder. So if you want to leave it in the simple shape form, you can leave it there, okay? Now we're going to come over here and do this one. Oh, I should have had it down. We're going to have it a little bit surprised, okay? And use straight lines initially because straight lines are easier to control than curved lines, okay? Then I'm going to put his teeth in there, and I'm actually going to put the tongue in there too, okay? Now this is going to be dark. This is his mouth, or her mouth, okay? And they're yelling. Now think about the simple shape. This is the simple shape of the mouth I just drew. It's just like this. Okay, you got me? So simple shape first, too abstract, and then too realistic. Okay? That's the three-step process. Now we're going to make a woman who's upset, maybe. She's grimacing or something, right? She's not happy. And when you think of the simple shapes, it helps everything be so much easier. And just do it in that three-step format. Okay, so now we got somebody who's they're about ready to growl. Then let's go ahead and do a simple happy one, a little more anime style. Alright, no problem. Bam. There's the smile. He's got teeth. No big deal. No lips on that one. You don't always have to put lips, okay? There we go. There's another expression of the mouth, okay? Easy peasy, okay? Now, we're going to come down here down to the nose. I gotta remember to keep turning that towards you guys. Alright, maybe I'll fix that later. I don't know. Now consider the box, okay? This is our box. Alright. We got our box. Now we got our eye line, our nose line, our mouth line. We got our center line. Okay? Now, the nose is gonna fit dead on in the middle. The first thing I do with the nose is just draw an L. Just like that. An L. That's it, as a placeholder. And I go all the way back with the sides of the nose, the wings of the nose, until I hit where I think the eye should be. Okay, see it right there? That's right where the eye should be. The eye is going to be this box right here. On this side, the eye is this box right here. Okay? So the width of the nose is where the first eye starts. I mean, one side of the eye, the other side. You don't have like 50 eyes, people. Maybe you do, I don't know. But you have the L, and the wings of the nose stop right where the eye begins, okay? Then at the top here, you have a little bit of an arch from the brow that goes into the nose, okay? So the nose is basically an L like this. It's an L with a little bit of a flat spot in it, right? It's flat right there, okay? Flat right there, all right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and change that simple shape into an abstract of the nose. Okay, now the bridge of the nose is this thing right here. Okay, it's this width right here. All right, and then the wing goes up and connects to the bridge. It's an imaginary line. It doesn't. Well, it might really do that. And so the shape that you have is basically this type of pyramid. Can you see that? Can you see that? And that's all the nose is this pyramid right here. Okay, there's the wing. This is in 3/4 view. The wing right there. There's the tip of the ball of the nose. It's going to go like this. There's the wing. It's going to go right there. And then it goes up to the bridge right there. Okay, and that's how you make a very simple nose. Simple, simple, simple. So what would that look like in full when you're looking directly at him? Well, the pyramid's going to look like this. That's the simple shape for a full-on when he's looking at you. Okay, so that's full. Right here is going to be the ball of the nose, the wing, and the wing. Oop, got a little crazy there. That's all you got to do. All right. Now, what are some fun cartoon style noses that we can do? Which is, you know, it's just a different style. You see, everything here is running on your idea of shape, proportion, location. Okay? You can change the style to anything you want to, but it's all going to fit on top of this box. If you want to make it cartoony, use cartoons, but you put it in the location with the proportion that you want. You get what I'm saying? That makes everything so easy. You're using the same mannequin over and over again, but you're putting different clothes on. You got me? The different clothes is the different style that you want it to be. Do you want it to be more cartoony? If you want it to be real cartoony, you just use these simple shapes right here, okay? If you want it to be kind of anime, you go ahead and use these abstract shapes. And if you want it to be more realistic, you put more time into it and you use these real shapes. So everything is a three-stage process. First, find your box. Put the box where you want it. Then put the simple shapes on the box, okay? Simple shapes. Then what you want to do is do an abstract, which is more of a simple shape that has the anatomical structure to it. That is an abstract shape, all right? Then we go to the final shape, if you want to go that far, and have a realistic shape and have your drawing look more realistic. So that's all you got to do, people. That's it. Three-stage process. Find the box. You're going to put your eyes, your nose, and your lips on the box. And you're going to go and you're going to either be a very simple shape, an abstract shape, or a complex shape. And that's it. That's all there is to drawing. Okay? Now, it might make sense up here because it will, but you're going to have to practice it. All right? Don't be down on yourself if you have a hard time with it. Okay? If you try to go higher in the process and you keep failing, just take one step back and get good at that one step of the position or of the simple shape or of the abstract shape. And then all it means is you have to study a little bit more, and all studying means is memorizing what those shapes look like in that profile. Or work on your model, your 3D model in your mind, to turn things around in your mind so that you can understand what it looks like, okay? And you don't turn around the whole eyeball in your mind, you know, the complex shape. All you do is you turn around that bacon around that olive, okay? You keep it very simple 3D shapes in your mind, and you think about what they would look like as you turn those forms over in your mind. If you can't think about what they look like, you go and you find other books or images of things that you download, right? And you memorize what they look like. And before you know it, that skill is going to grow in your own mind for you to be able to take an object and rotate it around in your mind with your eyes closed, okay? And as you do it more and more, that object is going to be able to get more and more and more complex, okay? And before you know it, it's going to get so complex that you'll have no problem rotating entire rooms, the scene in your mind of an entire room filled with objects, okay? And it's because you're going to understand that when you rotate something, you rotate only simple shapes. When you're done rotating it and you find the location that you want, that's when you stop and you allow the more complex shapes to build on top of it, okay? Like a mannequin putting on more and more and more clothes, okay? You don't build up a mannequin and all that kind of stuff in a scene and then have to break it down and move it. No, you keep everything very simple, all right? You keep the mannequin, I got one right here. You keep the mannequin very simple as you rotate it around until you find the position that you want. Once you find the position that you want in the scene, bam, that's what I want. Then you build the clothes on top of it. Then you build everything else around it, okay? So that's also part of this concept. We have the engine of our thought running with simple shapes. And then as soon as we lock in, then we go on the process of rendering. They're two different things, right? You don't try to render as you rotate. That's retarded, right? You can't do that. You rotate simple, and then you build render. You get what I'm saying, people? All right, let's get out there. Let's kick some fucking ass, and let's go. Marge says hi. All right.